Hey, so if you're going to get on the internet and lie, you better make sure that we don't have the proof that you're lying first. Just some friendly advice, take it or leave it. This gentleman goes by the name of Spice King. He has millions of followers on TikTok, and recently, he got into a little bit of hot water when a video went viral of him at a theme park screaming at a woman. Or women. So let's hear what the justification was, shall we?
This is what happened at Six Flags yesterday. I pulled up to ride some rides, and on the way to my first ride, I was called the N-word by a lady. And I don't react to that very well. I never have. And as a black man, I choose to stand up for all of my ancestors who've been through any type of pain, trauma related to that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over your European features. Did you say black? Rachel Dolezal is blacker than you. I believe the word that you're looking for is biracial. But nevertheless, kind of the response and justification that I expected. It seems to always come back to that pesky word, doesn't it? One might say that that's a get-out-of-jail-free card. Now, did this woman call you a nigger? Yes. Yes, she did. Is that nice? No, it's not very nice. But what were the events that led up to that? Well, let's take a look. Before the video began, multiple eyewitnesses corroborate that Spice King was screaming at his girlfriend before this woman jumped in to defuse the situation, at which point Spice King got visibly angry and started barking back and forth with the woman. However, at this point, she had not yet called him
a nigger.
Realizing that he was not winning the verbal argument, he began to close the distance and follow her around the park, screaming in her face, at which point she did then hurl the racial insult.
What the is you talking about?
I'm not. If he does.
Nigga, what? Did you call me?
I did. And what?
Wow, bro! You just called me the N-word, bro.
And what?
Wow!
Wow.
You just called me N-word?
Get out of my face, homie.
Which he then undoubtedly saw as his opportunity to further make a scene and escalate to threats of physical violence.
What the you talking about? You lucky.
Bro.
Shut the up.
He's pissing me off.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Y'all racist ass. Don't touch me. Shut the up.
Get out of my face.
Shut the up.
Homie. Get the out of my
Shut
face.
the up.
What you gonna do?
She called me her ass beat.
He then began to beg her to call him the racial epithet once more.
You need to shut the up.
You need to get a fucking life.
And you need to stop calling me. Call me one more time. I don't care if you call me.
And conveniently, he left all of that out. Now, why did he leave all of that out? Well, because he wanted you to think that he was just innocently having a nice day at a theme park when a woman walked up to him, hurled a racial insult for no reason, walked away, and he defended himself and the honor of his ancestors. But that's not really what happened. Now, is it? The truth is that you, and many like you, are not offended by that word. You use that word as leverage in society. You use that word as a get-out-of-jail-free card to do and say whatever the hell you want. Well, guess what? That time is done. I don't know if you've gotten the memo, but the nation is healing. We don't give a fuck anymore. Everyone is on an equal playing field. Now, am I condoning insulting people or calling them names of any kind? No, I'm not. I think it's pretty juvenile. So at the end of the day, who is more in the wrong? The person being harassed and then hurling an insult? Or the person harassing said person who hurled the insult? You're not a victim. You escalated the situation. But needless to say, if you were trying to prove her wrong and her opinions about you, I think you did the exact opposite. What do you think? Quick update. Upon further inspection during the editing process, I cleaned up the audio and listened closely. She did not use an insult at all. She is clearly a white woman who uses ghetto vernacular
What you gonna do?
and used the word with an A, not an ER, which in this context was a replacement for dude or man. She said, quote, however, he chose to interpret that as a racial insult, so that way he would have an excuse to act like a jackass. Well, job accomplished.